Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's Diego here in Bogota, Colombia, way up in the Andes Mountains. And it's nice and warm here in the conservatory. I'm surrounded by all of our plants. And Tokyo the cat's running around. I don't know if he's going to disrupt the transmission. We will find out very soon. But Karina, she is headed back home from visiting her family. Thank goodness. So I've been fending for myself for a couple of days, but that's no big deal. It's a great place to be in Colombia, and this is the K1 Visa channel. This is the place for you. If you have questions about the K1 visa, okay, you want to know how to do it, this is the place to be for free. I'll give you this information for free. I've been through two K1 visas over the last 8 years, 8.5 years, successfully. And my beautiful Karina she got her K1 visa approved on November 16th. And the immigration officer said, "You're good to go. We just need an Interpol police certificate." So that's what we're waiting for. So I said, "Okay, Karina, we're waiting for this Interpol police certificate to get processed. You go ahead, hang out with your family for a couple of days, and while we wait for this paperwork. Then we'll get it to the embassy. Then we'll get our visa, put it on our passport, and we're out of here. We're going to go to Florida from Bogota to Miami." Now, anonymous artist, I guess I joined at the right time. Now, listen, anonymous artist, people in Africa were messaging me saying, "Diego, I can't do the live stream. You come on so late at 3 o'clock in the morning. I live in Africa." Well, in Cape Town, South Africa, it's 7:55 p.m. So it's still in the late. It's not too late, not too early. In Lagos, Nigeria, it's 6:55 p.m. In Alexandria, Egypt, my friends in Egypt, it's 7:55 p.m. And in Phnom Penh, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning almost. So I'm sorry for you guys in Phnom Penh. And Khmer One, hello, Diego from Cambodia. Nice to see you. Anonymous artist, congrats on your approval. Well, thanks. It was it's what, a 19-month, 20-month process. You just got to be patient. It's not easy, okay? And my brother just texted me from Florida. He's talking about his YouTube channel, but he does movies. I don't do movies. Mr. Najas, hi Diego, good afternoon or evening. Well, what is it here? It's the afternoon here. It's the afternoon, and Sharon Persekian, thank you for that super chat, Sharon. We appreciate you guys, man. We really do. Now, I've basically come to the conclusion that I'm going to have to retire from the real estate business and just do this YouTube channel full time, because we've grown to such a large following, that it takes a lot of my time to answer your questions. Now, I'm not complaining. I don't mind. I do this for free, and I love the super chats. Sharon Denise Persekian, that is an awesome super chat, and we appreciate you. And I'll tell Karina she should get back tomorrow morning or very late tonight. And Greg keeps posting. My brother keeps sending me messages. John Wick, hey Diego, I sent an inquiry to the MVC and they gave me an invoice ID, the beneficiary ID, and MVC case number, but they haven't sent the welcome letter. I checked online in case my case says ready. Okay, listen, John, you got everything you need. All you got to do now is wait for the embassy to send you the K1 FTP email, and then you wait for the K3, K4 packet email, and then you can get to start processing your visa. Jen S. Diego, good afternoon. Congrats. How can my fiance get a state ID in the USA? She got to get a green card. Got to get a social security number. Get a green card. Get a social security number. She gets a state ID. Sharon Denise Persekian. Hi, Diego. Sharon, again. Sharon, thank you for that super chat. We love you guys. I've decided just to do this full time. I'm going to get back to Florida, tell my boss I'm done with real estate. This is more fun. Miguel, Diego, well, welcome letter come in my email or email. In your email. Email. Everything's email. Abduli Jallo. Hello, Diego. Greetings to you all watching from the UAE, United Arab Emirates. We love our friends in the UAE. We salute you. congratulations to your K1 visa approval. Well, thanks. We appreciate that. And we send our best wishes to you and your family in the UAE. We love you guys. I bet the weather's nice in the UAE. I bet it's nice and warm, nice and sunny. Danny, Diego, if I completed my medical exam at my home country, is it necessary to do the same exam in the United States? Yes, it is, if you do not get a copy of your medical exam. Remember, Danny, when you don't have any copies of your exam, okay, then you're going to have to redo the medical exam, because you have to include the medical exam in your adjustment of status paperwork. If you do not include the medical exam in your adjustment of status paperwork, you get an RFE, and you got to include your vaccination information, or you get an RFE. If you don't include your medical exam in your adjustment of status green card paperwork, it's a form 693, you're going to get stuck. You're going to get in a holding pattern. So get another medical exam done in your city where you live in the United States, but make sure it's by a civil surgeon approved by the State Department. Well, here's what we're going to do. Karina and I, when we get to the United States, we get married on the beach in Navarre, we're going to redo our medical exam in Pensacola. The civil surgeon there, I already know who he is. He's going to redo it. Just cough up the money, redo the medical exam, and that way you get your green card in 3 or 4 months without any delays. You got that, Danny, right? You understand? Get a new medical exam done in the USA. By an approved civil surgeon. You can find one. Look it up. Google it. Francois Livingston. Good afternoon, Diego and Karina. Well, what's going on, Francois? In New York. Can't watch now, but I will be having the live chat tonight. Yeah, I'm going to do the live chat tonight. I got lots of messages from folks in Africa, South Africa, Central Africa, West Africa, North Africa, Egypt. They said, I can't watch the live stream because it's too late. It's 3 o'clock in the morning here. Okay, well, here it is. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon here in Bogota, Colombia. I'm doing a live stream for the guys in Africa and whoever else wants to join in. John Molon. Hi, Diego. What's going on, John? John Wick. Thanks, Diego. Last question. They will send me the email. They're going to send the sponsor the email, not the beneficiary. John Wick, the sponsor, takes control of the visa process with the K1 FTP email welcome letter and the email with the K3 K4 packet for information. John Vondermolen, I have a question. What's the question? Thank you, says GNS. Okay. Sharon Persekian, any idea about appointments opening in Ankara? I emailed them, but no response. The Turkish Embassy is busy right now. They're backlogged, not just with K1s, but with spousal visas and tourist visas and B2s. So, what I would do is you just send them an email every week and check in with them and print the email. And if you get to a point where you just get totally frustrated, have your congressman or senator step in and say, hey, help me out here. I've been waiting long enough. Sharon, you're a congressman. We pay taxes, right? We pay our congressman's salary. A congressman makes, what, $175,000 a year, $175,000 a year. So does a U.S. senator. And they have offices set up in their districts and in their states to help people with immigration questions and immigration problems. But you don't want to use your congressman or your senator until you have exhausted every other means of getting your K1 visa adjudicated. It's a last resort, okay? A last resort. But there was a lady from Morocco. She's been waiting 2 years. She's been waiting 2 years for her K1 visa to get. She got her anyway too, and she's been waiting 2 years. I told her, get your senator involved and have your senator stick his foot where it needs to go and get your visa approved. John says, my fiance has her interview December 22nd. Okay, John, where? Which country? GLD Dog 01, after how many days should I do an inquiry in MVC? Well, have you received your NOA2 letter? If you have received your NOA2 letter, you're going to wait for about 60 days and then send an inquiry. 60 days. John, if her interview is perfect, when will she get her visa? It takes about 5 days to 2 weeks. Depends on the country, okay? In Colombia, it takes about a week, 5 days, 6 days to get the K1 visa, put in the passport, and then Karina will pick it up. But some countries take longer. Danny, thank you, Diego. Hey, Danny, no worries. Good job. And you can see I'm a lot better, right? I got over this Bogota flu. I think I'm over it. I got a little bit of a cough, but hey, it's what it is. But I don't have mountain sickness either. I got over that. It came back, it went away. It came back. I'm good. John Vandermolen, your advice, Diego, is awesome. Hey, John, I've been through this thing like twice, 3 times. I went to a spousal visa. I went to 2 K1 visas. I could write the book on K1 visas. Okay, I know a little bit about B2 visas. I know the I-134 Declaration of Financial Support inside out, backwards and frontwards. I know how to adjust the status for green card. I've done it. I've done it once before. I'm fixing to do it again for beautiful Karina, who will be home hopefully tonight from her family visit. And Tokyo is up here in the terrazzo, and he's trying to figure out a way to go downstairs, because downstairs there's another cat. So he opens the door real quietly, and he thinks I'm not watching, and then he goes downstairs and he sits out in front of this door of this other cat. Well, I got him figured. He's right. I'm watching him. John, I'm glad we're helping you with this K1 visa process. I've been through it before, guys. Fazak, full-time, more fun. Yeah, I'm going to do this full-time, guys. Good for me. Thank you. You provide a valuable service to those of us going through this frustrating process and help ease the pain. Yeah, you get your mind all mixed up and twisted, and it's not your fault because you don't understand the process, or you understand the process but not completely. I was the same way on my first K1 back in 2016. I didn't know what I was doing. And I figured out I don't need an attorney. The paperwork's easy. I've just got to learn the process. Okay? So if I can save you $4,000 from hiring an attorney, I'm glad. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically retire from the real estate business. I'm done with that. And I'm just going to do this full time for you guys. I've got to be doing something. I can't be sitting around. Okay? Adolfo Sanchez, Diego, I am in ready status, but Juarez Ciudad is in Mexico on the border with Texas. Will schedule the appointment for us. Okay. Do I need to wait until I get a scheduled date before I can fill out the DS-160 and pay the visa? Well, normally you got to pay for the visa before you can schedule the interview. Immigration want the money. They want the efectivo. They want the dollars. So it's a difficult question. Normally, you pay for the K1 visa, and then you fill out the DS-160 and schedule the visa interview. But if Ciudad Juarez is going to schedule the interview for you, I think when you get the interview date, once you know the day and the time, get in there and pay your visa fee, and then fill out the DS-160 and schedule the biometrics. It's the horse before the cart kind of a deal. Okay, in Mexico. If anybody in here is from Mexico who has processed their K1, please help out. Adolfo. But don't worry, you're going to get your K1. You qualify for the benefit. You just got to figure out the process. But they want their money, man. They want their pesos. Fazak, I thought Karina was popping down the street to visit family. Fazak, Karina's family is down the street. Her family's all over Colombia, all over Brazil, all over Venezuela. Her family's in let me think. They were in Argentina, I believe, or Chile. No, in Chile for a while. So her family's everywhere. Adolfo, I answered your question, Adolfo. You're gonna have to pay the visa fee, I think, before you can get the visa interview. But in Mexico, it may be a backwards process. Sharon Parasikian, I ended up using Congressman to get application approved. There you go, Sharon. Sometimes you got to step in, call your congressman. Now, don't email your congressman. If you email your congressman, you're going to be waiting. No, you get on the phone, you call your senator, You call your congressman, speak to a live, breathing human being and say, I need help. We pay our taxes. We pay their salaries. And they have an office set up for helping people. Kinza saying, what days do you come online? Kinza, I come online Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays at 7 p.m. Central Time, US, or 8 p.m. Bogota time, but now I've been doing it at 7 p.m. Bogota time. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. So 3 times a week. But if I do this full time, I'm probably going to up that and come online, maybe 5 times a week. Depends on if you get bored or not. If you want me to be here 5 times a week, you got to let me know. This is your channel, guys. This is your YouTube channel. I did it for you. Well, Karina's idea. I just want to help you guys. If you want me to go 5 days a week, I can do that. It's no big deal. But in Florida, it'd be more easier. In Florida, there's less noise, there's no road traffic, and I got less chance of getting sick. I go live, Kinza saying, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays at 7 p.m. Central U.S. time, 8 p.m. Miami time, and then 7 p.m. Bogota in Bogota, which is 6 p.m. Central. John, Colombia, Bogota here, interview in Bogota. Great, John. Hey, it's easy, man. It's easy. Now remember, when you paid your visa fee, John, to schedule the visa interview, that included the biometrics. That's all included. Everything's included. So your fiance can go to the biometrics, bring her passport and her confirmation page from the DS-160, and go in and do the biometrics, get the medical exam done, get the blood work done, get the chest x-ray done, and then go to the scary visa interview. And it's not so bad. John, Colombia, right, okay. Sharon, Persekian, even if I can't schedule until February, I feel like the calendar should be open to do that, but it just keeps saying no openings. Well, February, Sharon, there are openings available in February, but the embassy has it blocked out, okay? They're spacing out the time month by month, okay? So January 1st, or just check every day. Just keep checking every day, and you'll get you an appointment. But the embassy's not going to open up February until probably middle December. But keep looking. Sheriff Jenai, Jeff G, Sharon, did that work? Sheriff Jenai, hola Diego and Karina, hola Sheriff, buenos dias, ¿cómo estás? It's like 1:11 p.m. here in Bogota, Colombia. It's nice and warm out here in the conservatory, surrounded by flowers, plants actually. 4 stories up in the edificio. If you want, I'll give you guys a view from up here later on. When I get close to ending the live stream, I'll give you a view of the vista, the view. Jeff G using the congressman. Yeah, you can, but that's a last resort, guys. Angel Tate, hi Diego, I'm planning on filling out the DS-160 on behalf of the beneficiary. You can do that. It should be no problem. It's no problem. If I pay for it from my account, right, you can do that. I did the same thing as long as I put that I helped him fill it out. Angel Tate, that's exactly right. When you fill out the DS-160, if you are a sponsor and your beneficiary doesn't have access to a computer or can't speak English or has a hard time with technology, you can do it, Mr. Sponsor, from the United States. But you got to print that confirmation page of the DS-160. You have to put at the end of the DS-160 that you helped your beneficiary. You are the helper. I put my name on the DS-160. Dear immigration officer, the question is, did anybody help you fill out this form? Yeah, I did. I put my name in there. Then I put Karina's name in there, which is an electronic signature. That is the only form you can use as an electronic signature in the immigration process is the DS-160. Or if you're on a spousal visa, the DS-260. But you're good, Angel. You can do that. No problems. Sharon talking to Jeff. Angel Tate also. if I'm filling out the I-134, my income is sufficient, I don't have to worry about affidavit of support. Affidavit of support is for the green card. The green card, I-864, you must fill out the I-864 for the green card in the United States. You don't fill out an I-864, okay, for the K-1 visa interview at the embassy. You fill out the I-134. The affidavit of support and the I-134 is called Declaration of Financial Support. If your income is sufficient, you don't need a joint sponsor. If your income is $1,000 or $2,000, just above the federal income minimum requirements for your family size in whatever state you live in, if you live in Hawaii or Alaska, you got to make more money than the other 48 contiguous United States. That's okay. If you make plenty of money, you don't need a joint sponsor. But the sponsor must fill out the I-134. The sponsor must sign it. The sponsor signs and dates it in black ink. And you must give the original I-134 to your beneficiary to bring to the K-1 visa interview, along with the confirmation page of the DS-160, original confirmation page, if you filled it out for your beneficiary. Remember, the beneficiary does not fill out the I-134. The beneficiary does not sign the I-134. The sponsor does. Angel Tate, I'm not sure if affidavit of support is considered as co-sponsor. No. An affidavit of support is a form you fill out in the United States to apply for your green card, and you're telling immigration you make enough money. If you have a joint sponsor, if you don't make enough money, you, Mr. Sponsor, Ms. Sponsor, will fill out the affidavit of support, and your joint sponsor, your co-sponsor, will also fill out an affidavit of support. So you're going to have two affidavit of supports if you have a joint sponsor. And this is only at the green card processing procedure for the adjustment of status. If you are needing a joint sponsor at the embassy interview, your joint sponsor must fill out and form an I-134 Declaration of Financial Support, and you can use the current edition, which says it expires in July 31, 2023. You can still use that form, guys. When that form goes away, I'll make a video and explain to you that the form's gone away. And I'll guide you down the path through the maze and get you through it. Excuse me. So Angel, for the visa interview, you fill out the I-134, sponsor does. For the green card, you fill out the I-864, affidavit of support, okay? You got it? So no, an affidavit of support is not considered a co-sponsor. It's a form that USCIS created for the sponsor to fill out to sponsor for the green card. Remember, the K-1 visa is a very tricky visa in regards to administrative processing. It's not tricky as in difficult, but the K-1 visa is considered a non-immigrant visa, okay? But it's administratively processed as an immigrant visa. So it wears two hats. It wears the Navy hat and the Colombian sombrero. The K-1 visa has two hats. It's considered a non-immigrant visa, but when you process it through U.S. travel docs or through your K1, K3, K4 packet email, instruction email, it's an immigrant visa. So if you go into the link where the embassy tells you to go to process your K-1 visa, you're going to click on immigrant visa, and then you're going to find K-1, and then you're going to process. If you click on non-immigrant visa, you won't be able to find the K-1 visa. It won't exist, but it is a non-immigrant visa. I hope that, I know it's complicated, kind of stupid, it's kind of U.S. government confusion, but I am trying to unconfuse you so you understand this process. And Sharon says, I check every hour. Okay, that's the way to go. Check every hour. And I think, are you feeling better, Sharon? Weren't you feeling sick the other day? Kinza saying, I have a police certificate. There is a charge, I believe. That charge is related not serving the army in my country. So you are the beneficiary, Kinza saying, and you didn't serve in the military in your country. So that's showing up on the police certificate. Is that a felony? Is that a major problem? You know, can you get a letter? Kinza saying they won't disclose any information to why, even to my family. I never committed any crime in my life, and I've been living in Turkey for 9 years. What shall we do? Well, in Turkey, you have to do mandatory military service. If you didn't do mandatory military service, if you just said I ain't going to do it, you could be a conscientious objector. I don't know. But what I would do is I would go to the police department or the military in Turkey, in Ankara, wherever it is you live. Go to the military office. I don't know what it is, but go to that military office and see if you can pay a fine and get it taken off your police report. I think you may have to pay a fine. I don't know how much it is, maybe $5,000 because you avoided military service in Turkey. But I believe in Turkey, if you pay a fine, then they're good to go. They got their money and you're good to go. Look into that, okay? Kinza Zane, look into that. Go to the military, go to the police department, ask them how you can get that police certificate cleared up that you didn't serve in the Turkish military. I think you just pay a fine. All right, Kinza Zane, you're gonna listen to me, right? I'm gonna save you a headache. I know what I'm talking about here. Harold A. Hey from Sacramento. Hey, Harold in California. And Sharon's talking to Harold. Jeniela James. Hi, Diego. Hope all is well. I'm doing great. Sorry about my cough. It's just a little bit of a cough left in my respiratory system, but I'm still good. Okay. I was sick for almost a week and a half. It sucked. And Sharon is talking to Harold. And Jeniela, I'm doing good. Harold is laughing at Sharon. Sharon, yes, I'm much better. Okay, Sharon, yeah, I know you were in bed. You were sick. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you're feeling better. I'm glad you're better. That's good. Kellen Adams, hi Diego. The embassy sent me an email saying to pay my visa fee. So I went and paid it. What was it? $265, right? And now they sent me back an email saying there's no date available in Ghana for me to go in. Okay, so you paid your visa fee. What you're going to do now is you're going to check, like Sharon is checking, check every day and look for an open appointment. When it pops up, take it and get it. Guyana's busy. Harold, hey, how's the Colombia weather? It's nice. Well, right now, it's a little cloudy, but sunny skies, blue skies, cloudy. It's about 70 degrees, no rain, not cold. Beautiful day. Beautiful day. I'll give you guys a view I'll bring the camera to the window at the end of the live stream, so whoever's left on the live stream, and I'll show you what the view's like. So Kellen Adams, you got this. Guyana's busy. You're going to get your visa. You're going to get it approved. You're going to get it in the passport. You just got to be patient. That's the secret. Angel Tate, thanks for all the info. No worries, Angel. That's why I'm here. So I'll only fill out the I-134 since we don't need a co-sponsor. Correct. Then what is time for green card? I fill out the I-864. Correct. Now, when you apply for your green card, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you don't need a joint sponsor, you make plenty of money, okay? You're going to fill out the I-865, number one. You're going to fill out the I-864, which is the affidavit of support, number two. You're going to include your I-693 medical exam, number three. You're going to include your vaccination documents, number four. Those four forms will then be included with passport photos, your marriage certificate, your birth certificate, translated into English if required, evidence of your marriage, photos of your wedding, photos of your engagement, of your honeymoon. Put your beneficiary on a CVS card. Probably it may be hard to get her on your bank statements because she needs or he needs a social security number. But you can make her your POD or payable on death beneficiary. Print a copy of that. Include it in the adjustment of status paperwork. Put her on your health insurance. Get a copy of that. Put her on your life insurance, or him. Make a copy of that. Get her a library card. Get her a Sam's Club card. Put her on your rent or your mortgage or your car payment or the title to your car. Your beneficiary's name needs to be everywhere as evidence that you guys have joined as one person, got married, and lived together. Remember, if immigration don't think you guys are living together, if they think it's a fraud marriage, and your beneficiary, got married to you and then got a, and you filed the paperwork and it wasn't strong, immigration will come to your house, knock on your door. Hey, you guys here? Do you guys live together? They will contact your landlord. Hey, do these people live together? Trust me, okay? They will investigate. They will knock on your next door neighbor. They will go to your next door neighbor. If you live in a house in a nice little subdivision and immigration don't think your visa, your green card application is real, they will send an immigration officer to your next door neighbor, knock on the door. Hey, do you know the people next door? I'm serious. So Angel Tate, you got it, right? I-134, embassy interview, I-864, green card. Kinza saying, it's not Turkey, my country is Syria. So your country is Syria, but you relocated to Turkey. You got out of Syria because it's politically unstable and it's probably a dangerous place to live, right? So what you need to do is write a letter and then attach it to the back of the police certificate and say you did not support, you did not and will not support serving in the Syrian military. You don't want to go fight Americans or people from wherever. You don't want to fight. You don't want to go to war. You are a conscientious objector. You refuse to serve in the Syrian military, and it's showing up on your police report. You got to explain it, sign it, and date it, and immigration will understand that you are not a criminal. You are just evading military service because you don't want to go kill people, right? Immigration won't have a problem with it. You're good. Just explain it. Okay? I thought you were a resident of Turkey. In Turkey, you got to pay a fine. You got to pay $5,000 and the Turkish government's happy. In Syria, it's mandatory military service. The Syrians, I don't know. I got no problem with the people of Syria. They're great. We love those guys. We love you guys. And it's just the government. Governments create more problems than anything in the world. They do. So Kinza Zain, write a letter, explain why you refused to serve in the military of Syria. You didn't want to go kill Americans or whoever. And immigration will then go, okay, and you're fine. Angel Tate, on SEAC, when I'm checking on visa status, I check immigrant visa. That's correct. You got it. Kellon Adams, so where do I have to keep checking to see the available dates? In your SEAC account. Look, when you got an email from the embassy, there was a K3, K4 packet email. There's a link there that they told you to go to. Go to that link. And let me see, is the light looking bad there, guys? Let me make the light a little better so you can see. Let me see, is that better? There you go, hopefully it's a little better. In the SEAC account. Sharon is talking to Kellen Faris Hassan. Hey, Diego, I got approved on September 25th, 2023. Very good. And my case is at Abu Dhabi. Okay. But apparently there is no open spots. They're busy. Till February, till 26th. Okay. So you scheduled it, right? You scheduled your visa interview for February 26th, right? So you just got to wait. But at least you have a visa interview. You now have some semblance of light at the end of this tunnel. You know now when you're going to get your visa interview. Faris in Ghana, there are really no open slots till February. You just get, if you can get it, if you can, Faris, if you can schedule an interview in February, go for it. Let me see. Christopher Stout is saying the Diego family. Hi everybody. What's going on, Christopher? I did the live stream here because in Africa, uh, people were telling me they couldn't watch the live stream because they were it's 3 o'clock in the morning. Well, in Nigeria right now, it's 7:28 p.m. In Muscat, which is in Oman, Middle East, it's 10:28 p.m. Alexandria, Egypt. In Egypt, it's 8:28 p.m. Athens, Greece is 8:28 p.m. Now, I love Egypt. I've been to Egypt 4 times, guys. I would go back there again on vacation. It's a beautiful place. I went to the pyramids. I went inside the pyramid. I went inside this pyramid. And I'm like, in Giza, and I'm like, how did they build this? There's no way that people could have built those pyramids. I was a first-hand witness. Excuse me. And those bricks were like this, and they were the size of small apartments. You know, I don't know how they built the pyramids in Egypt. They must have had help from somewhere else, some kind of advanced technology. Just my opinion. Don't be yelling at me. Just my opinion. But I've been there, and I've seen them, and I know that those pyramids were built with advanced technology that we don't even have right now in 2023. Just my opinion. Let me see. Michelle, Christopher Stout says, that's good. Faris, I did schedule my interview in February, but it's too far away. My fiance is impatient. Faris, here's the deal. This K1 visa process is slow. Slow. You need to tell your beneficiary, Tokyo, you got to tell your beneficiary to be patient. Stay busy. Do stuff. What countries? Where does she live? Have her go hang out with her family, with her friends. Because one day that interview date's going to come around, and then she's leaving her home country. Bye. Adios. See you later. Hasta luego. Karina and I, right now, we're just waiting for this Interpol certificate. I was expecting to be already in the United States right now with Karina getting married on the beach. But we got to get an Interpol certificate. Her K1 visa was approved. Everything's fine. But they said we got to get an Interpol certificate because she lived in Colombia for 5 years. Okay. So that added maybe 2 or 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks to our visa process. So here we are in Colombia with her K1 visa approved and her passport sitting in the embassy in Bogota, but we can't pick it up. Actually, they send it to a lockbox. Excuse me, the cat, get off of there. We can't pick it up until we get this Interpol certificate. So that added a month to our processing time. Are we worried about it? No. Okay, another 4 weeks, no big deal. It's just a process, guys. Get over it. Get through it. I'm here to help you guys. I'm going through it with you. So, Faris, you got to tell your impatient fiance to chill out and relax. Enjoy family time. Karina's out with her family. She was all around, bouncing all over Colombia, hanging out with her family. Michelle Marie, hi Diego, my fiance has his interview next Wednesday. Okay, Proximo Mercules. Let me see. Next Wednesday, I'm headed to Tunis, okay, in Tunisia on Monday. Cross your fingers. You got this, Michelle, and you have a great flight to Tunisia. Beautiful country, desert. There's a lot of desert there, too. I love desert. I love the desert. Karina loves desert. She loves the mountain, not so much the mountains, but she loves the beach and the mountains and desert. So I don't know how she's going to adapt to Florida, but she'll be fine, I guess. But she'll be okay. It's really hot in Florida. Denise says, Sharon's telling Faris she's jealous because she can't even get a date. Sharon, you're going to get your appointment. Faris is telling Sharon, this process has been the most insane part of my life. Hopefully you get an answer. Yeah, it's insane. It's crazy. It's stressful. But you got to control that emotion. You got to keep thinking, I'm going to get my K1 visa. I just got to go through all this maze of bureaucratic, whatever you want to call it. Farah says, don't give you an answer soon. You're going to get your visas, guys. Janiela James, but I hate waiting. I waited 14 months to get approved. We waited, what? I don't know, 13 months, same thing. Now another wait for my husband to get approved for the green card. Yeah, but if you put together a strong a strong green card package, it's only going to take 3 or 4 months. The whole thing is a waiting game, right? But when your husband gets his green card, what? You're going to forget about all this nonsense, all this stress, all this heartache, all this waiting. It's all going to be in the memory. It's all going to be a memory, and you're going to focus on the next step, which is lifting the conditions on the 2-year green card, which you got to do at 90 days before the 2-year green card expires. And then you're going to focus on becoming a U.S. citizen. So then once you become a U.S. citizen, you don't have to worry about all this immigration stress anymore. And you can travel freely anywhere you want, except for North Korea and Venezuela. And China, communist China, you got to get some kind of visa. But why would anybody want to go to communist China? I mean, you might go there and never come back. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. Faris Hassan, it's easy for you to say, brother. Christopher Stout, did you extend your stay there? Since we all have 30 days to be back in the USA. I got a 90-day visa. I can stay in Colombia for 90 days. I got here October 31, and I think they stamped it October 31. So my visa expires probably January 29th of 2024. So I got 3 months to help Karina get through this and get her home to Florida. If the immigration goes slow and it goes past my visa, then I'll go down to immigration in Bogota and ask them to extend my tourist visa another 90 days, which is more than enough time to get this thing wrapped up. Faris, hopefully you're enjoying your time, Diego, and everything goes well. I love it here. I love it in Colombia. I love Bogota. Other than the altitude, the high mountains, man, it's killing me. The high mountains are killing me. But I love this country. Let me see. Hedrex, Soldiero, Chris Fire. Hey, how are you? How are you doing, Diego? God bless you. And Karina stopped by to say hi. Well, hey, Hedrex. We're glad you stopped in. And I'm running my laptop off the battery. I'm out here in the conservatory, so I don't have it plugged in. So I'm at the mercy of the battery. So I still got plenty of time on the battery to keep going with this live stream. At the end of the live stream, I'll give you a view of the what we can see from our window. Drake Live. Well, hey, Drake Live. My fiance had her interview in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, November 6th. She was approved. High five. We still have not received the visa. Well, the visa is in the passport. In Colombia, it takes a week to 4 days, 5, 6 days to get the passport back. In some countries, it takes 2, 3, or 4 weeks. So, it just depends on how busy they are at the embassy in Addis Ababa. But you got approved. So you just got to wait out the last part of this nightmare. Rambling Man, Kayadan. It looks like USCIS is really speeding up. They are on March 2023. Yeah, they're processing March 2023 visas. I heard, I didn't check myself, but it's true. If it's true, it's good news. Yeah, it's true. They are. They're processing March 2023. If you want, I'll make a video about it. I can do a day of the dump and make a video if you want. Faris Hassan, also Diego, after interview on February 26th at Abu Dhabi, how long would it take for us to get the visa in our passport? In Abu Dhabi, it's probably about a week to 10 days. Not too long. Angel Tate, so every fiance will get a 2-year green card, not a 10-year. That's correct. Let me explain to you about the 2-year green card. When you're a beneficiary, when you get married, Mr. Sponsor, Miss Beneficiary, you come to America on your K-1 visa, you file your adjustment of status for your green card, you get a probationary 2-year green card. It's good for 2 years from the issue date on the green card. Now, this gives the beneficiary 2 years to decide whether she wants to live in America, or he or she really wants to stay married to this dude or this young lady or whatever. It gives immigration and the beneficiary a 2-year breathing room to see if America is the place for you. Now, once you've settled in and become acclimatized and Americanized, and you want to live in the United States, 90 days before the probationary 2-year green card expires, look at the expiration date. 90 days before that expiration date, you must pay another fee to USCIS, fill out more paperwork, and lift the conditions on the probationary green card. If you do not file a lifting of conditions on the 2-year green card, your beneficiary will get a letter from immigration saying she will be deported or face an immigration judge. So it's pretty serious, right? 2 years, 90 days, you got a 2-year green card. 90 days before it expires, you file paperwork with USCIS and lift the conditions, and include in that paperwork, your relationship has continued. So basically what you're doing is you're reapplying for the green card a second time, okay? So you want to make sure you stack up that second process with lots of evidence of your relationship. Tax returns, very important that you include your tax returns with your beneficiary's name included as a joint filer. Okay? You send in the paperwork, you lift the conditions off of your 2-year green card, and then wait another 2 or 3 months, and you get a 10-year green card. So now you have a 10-year green card, you are a legal permanent resident, and you're good. Then you're good. And every 10 years, you just got to reapply and renew your 10-year green card. Unless you become a U.S. citizen. Then you don't have to. Then you become a U.S. citizen, you get a U.S. passport, and you don't have to mess with immigration. If you are married to a U.S. citizen, which you are on a K-1 visa, you only have to wait for 3 years from the issue date on your 2-year green card before you can apply for U.S. citizenship. So you got a 2-year green card, you look for the issue date. 3 years from that issue date, you qualify to apply for U.S. citizenship. So after 2 years, you lift the conditions on your green card, you get your 10-year green card. Then a year later, apply for U.S. citizenship, file the N-400, USCIS form N-400, become a citizen. And then you're done with this nightmare. It's over. Then you can vote. You can go vote for whoever you want to vote for. You know, I don't care what party you belong to, but become an American. You got it? This important information, guys, is helping you guys. It's going to help you. There are some people, they don't realize they get a 2-year green card. Some people, they get their 2-year green card. They don't look at it. They don't look at the expiration date, and they don't realize it. And then two and a half years will go by, and they're still thinking they're good. Then they get a letter from USCIS saying you're being processed for deportation from the United States because you didn't lift the conditions on your probationary green card. They go into panic mode, and it's hard to fix. And even an immigration attorney has a hard time fixing that. So don't forget to do that. Rambling Man, yeah, they're processing March. Rambling Man. So Faris, also Diego, after interview on February 26th in Abu Dhabi, how long would it take to get it? 10 days, 7 to 10 days. Angel, your fiance will get a 2-year green card, not a 10-year. 2 years. And you must lift the conditions on that green card 90 days before it expires. If you don't, you're going to have a big nightmare on your hands. You're going to have an immigration nightmare on your hands. Gabriel Rodriguez, after the K1 interview in Bogota and being approved, How many calendar days? It's about 5 days. Excuse me, Gabrielle, about 5 days, 5 to 6 days. Angel Tate, does the probationary green card apply to spousal visa? Okay, let me go over the spousal visa. If you have been married, if you get married to a foreign national, Mr. Sponsor, Miss Sponsor, say, like I was married to a foreign national, and I applied for a spousal visa for her to come to the United States, but she declined it when I got her approved. She didn't want to go. She didn't want to live in the United States. Not my problem, her problem. But it's all good. She would have got a 10-year green card because we were married for 3 years. Because we were married for 3 years or greater, she would have been issued a 10-year green card. But if you have been married for 2 years or less, you will get a 2-year green card. So if you are in a spousal visa, if you're in a marriage visa, IR1, CR1, and you've been married longer than 3 years, your beneficiary is going to get a 10-year green card. If you have been married 2 years or less, he or she will get a 2-year green card, and you will be required to lift the conditions from that green card too. You got it, guys? Angel, do you understand that? You got it, right? I've been through it. I have been through this, guys. I've experienced it firsthand. I've been through the maze. I've been through the school of hard knocks. I've had my backside kicked by USCIS, the MVC, the embassy. I've been through it. And I'm still here, alive and kicking, with an approved K1 visa for my beautiful Karina, who is visiting family. Immigration did not break me. They will never break me, and they mustn't break you either. Antonio Clark, hello and good wishes to you all. Thank you for your help, no problem. One last question. Okay, Mr. Colombo. Lieutenant Colombo's got one more question. Does the petitioner need to be at the interview? Depends on the country. It's not mandatory. In Bogota, Colombia, I was allowed to go to the visa interview with Karina, but I was suffering from mountain sickness and I couldn't walk, I couldn't move, I couldn't breathe. I was dying. So I didn't go to her visa interview, but I could have if I wanted to. But in the Philippines, you cannot go to the visa interview. In Mumbai, India, you can. In the Philippines, you can. In Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, you have to wait outside, sit on a bench. It depends on the country, guys. Gabrielle Rodriguez, do you have a video or can you make a video explaining the adjustment of status paperwork? Gabrielle, I make 2 or 3 videos on adjustment of status and how to process the green card. I've made the videos. I don't know if you've subscribed to the channel. It doesn't matter if you are a subscriber or not. I don't care. But if you are a subscriber, it's much easier to find the videos. Gabriel, if you page through all my videos that I made for you, you will find videos on how to adjust status for green card. Very, very in-depth, very easy to understand, and very easy for you guys to figure it out. Okay? I've made those videos. You just got to find them. But I got no problem making a new video on adjustment of status, an updated one, but I'm not going to do it while I'm in Colombia. I don't have in Florida, in my house in Florida, I got much better technology, better camera, better video equipment, I can make a better video in Florida. F.A. Jacques vlog. What does it mean application received status after 221G administrative process? Well, I don't know what country you're in. I don't know if you just completed the visa interview. I don't know exactly what your exact status is. But a 221G administrative process means that your K1 visa was approved and they're looking for further paperwork, or they're doing a security check on you and they're looking for background check information. They're going to do a background check on you. It depends on the situation. Administrative processing means they're doing further work on your K1 visa before they give it to you. Gabrielle Rodriguez, thank you. No problem. Rambling Man, here's a K1/real estate question. Real estate, hey guys, I don't give you real estate information here. I am a licensed real estate agent in Florida, and I am allowed to give real estate information for people who live in Florida. And whatever other states are a residual that recognize my license. But other than that, this is the K1 Visa channel, and I'm going to retire from real estate. I think I'm going to do that. Can I put my beneficiary on my mortgage? Absolutely, and you should do that. If it's a VA home loan, don't know if the VA will require a Social Security number. Yeah, you're going to need a Social Security number. You got to have a Social Security number to open up a bank account. Okay? You got to have a Social Security number, Tokyo. You got to have a Social Security number to open up a bank account, to get a driver's license in Florida anyway, and do all that jazz. Okay? But you can apply for the Social Security number when you adjust the status for the green card. But of course, you want to include her on your mortgage. So what I would do is I would contact the VA and see what they say. See how you can put her name on there without a Social Security number. See if they'll accept a copy of her I-94 and her K1 visa in her passport. Okay? Get a copy of that and see if they'll accept that. And they might do it. They just might do it for you. Angel Tate. So technically the 10-year green card can be a 1-year green card. No, a 10-year green card is a 10-year green card. Since 1 year after issuing, the beneficiary can apply for citizenship. This is all money taking. It's a capitalist money grabbing thing. You're right. But we got to pay somehow for this immigration process, right? We got to pay for it. We don't want tax dollars funding immigration, K1 visas. I don't want my tax. Man, the light's terrible, guys. Here, let me see if I can improve here. Is that better? I don't think so, but it'll have to do. You gotta pay for you gotta pay to play. It's not free. But the 10-year green card is a 10-year green card. It's good for 10 years from the issue date. But you can apply for citizenship 3 years from the issue date from the 2-year green card. So make sure you make a copy of the 2-year green card, and you put in your telephone calendar 90 days prior to it expiring, lift the conditions on this green card or my husband or wife will get deported. You got it? And then 1 year into the 10-year green card, you can apply for U.S. citizenship using Form N-400. Become an American. Study the Constitution. Do you guys know anything about the history of the United States other than what you hear in the fake news or, the bad stuff? America is a great place to live, guys. It's a free country. It's a free nation. Become an American. Learn about the country. Learn about the history. Learn about our presidents. Learn about the flag. The flag, the U.S. flag has got 50 stars. There are 50 white stars on a blue background on the U.S. flag, the stars and stripes. What does that mean? 50 stars, what does it mean? It means there are 50 states in America. What's the 50th state? The 50th state is Hawaii. What's the 49th state? The 49th state is Alaska. This is in order of when they became part of the Union. Now, Washington, D.C. is not a state, it's a district. Washington, D.C. is a district, so it's a separate body. They don't have senators, they don't have members, they don't have representation from a senator or a congressman. Because why is that? Because the states control the country. The states, the 50 states, are a union that control Washington, D.C. We are a republic, not a democracy. Now, we're not a democracy, we're a constitutional republic. But the kids in school are learning bad juju. They're learning that, oh yeah, America is a democracy controlled by Washington. No, it's not. America is a republic controlled by the states. If Texas gets mad at Washington and they don't like what they're doing, Texas can secede from the Union and tell Washington, D.C. to go pack sand. That's how it works. Learn about our country. Man, that's either an ambulance or somebody let off a firework. Angel Tate, thank you so much for explaining spousal visa. No problem. I also thought 2-year, 10-year green card issuance was depending on how legitimate the marriage is viewed in the eyes of the immigration, not years of marriage. Excuse me, guys. No. If you're married to a foreign national and you've been married less than 2 years, you get a 2-year green card. If you've been married longer than 2 years, you get a 10-year green card. Angel, I got you. And Rambling Man, okay, wasn't sure. The VA is a little picky. Yeah, the VA, the Veterans Administration, is picky, but you got to contact them and say, hey, I just got married. I want to put my my wife on my mortgage, so she's part of the family now. How can I do that? We're still waiting on her social security number. And the VA may say, okay, give us a copy of the Form I-94 and a copy of her K-1 visa, and see if they'll do it. Janiela James is talking to JD. And Mackenzie Owens, is it okay to do the medical before the interview? Yes, you have to. It is very important you go to your K-1 visa interview with your sealed medical exam in your hand. Very important. Okay, Mackenzie, you got the last word. I've talked for an hour. I am going to sign off, and I will see you guys tonight. I'll be back tonight. Okay, this was a surprise live stream, but I'll see you guys tonight at 7 p.m. Colombia, Bogota time. Okay, and so see you guys tonight. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you learned something from this live stream. It's important you guys learn stuff every time I do a live stream. Okay, I want you to get educated and learn from it and relax and be patient and don't stress it out. I don't want you guys to stress. I'm still sitting on a 221G and I'm not worried about it. We'll get it done, and we'll be in Florida probably by middle or end of December. See you guys tonight, okay? Oh, I promised you guys I would let you see the vista. You guys want to see the view? You want to look out the window? Here. There you go. Look at that. There's Montserrat, Guadalupe, full of mountains. Nothing but mountains. Mountains, mountains, mountains. See you guys later. Angel, you snuck in a super chat, Angel Tate. Now that was sneaky. That was sneaky. You did it right at the very end. Angel Tate, thank you for all you do. God bless. Angel, thank you for that super chat. And God bless you and your family. And please hang in there. I'm going to get you guys through this horrible process calmly, stress-free, and you don't have to pay for an immigration attorney. I'll save you $4,000. See you guys tonight, okay?